plenty. I have an abundance of that. I'll never run out. I got you.
And we're going to hear all about them. We have started recording. Welcome to another episode of Tom and Frenchy. We have two comedians with us.
Oh, yeah. Some might say 4.
I meant 2 other ones, bro. I meant 2 new ones.
The math is here or there. It doesn't matter.
We have Emo and Aliya,
Yes.
Yeah,
What up,
welcome.
Frenchy?
all the way from Perth in
Finally
Canada.
got it in, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
all the way
Canada.
From, I know.
Oh, wow.
Much fancier guest than this Perth boy. You know what I mean?
They're both just as far away to me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
actually, they actually really are.
Quite long
Perth is
flights.
so far away.
You've been out to
bro.
Perth, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went with Frenchy when he did some shows.
Oh,
It's
I
far.
was supposed to open for you for that show,
Ah,
but I ended up,
I remember that. You
yeah,
were
but
going to
ended
come.
up opening for.
Then he found somebody better?
No. I
He
ended up,
did. He did. He found something better.
Now I asked to host a comedy lounge in Fremantle.
Okay.
Oh,
big
that's
flex.
better,
Big
yeah.
flex. Off
Yeah.
the top, guys. Already flexing. This
Wow.
guy.
Oh, I'm hosting,
you know,
whatever.
the comedy lounge.
do you know what Frenchie's what his response was? He goes, "Oh, you're better off anyway. My fucking audience is wild."
That
He's
was
not
I
wrong.
think it was a crazy one that
Which one was
night.
that?
Which one were you going to do?
that was
I
you had the
remember.
socials, Fremantle socials.
Fremantle. That was when
Oh,
someone
that was
pissed
pretty-
in the car
Yes.
and just left it on the table, and then the staff was
And we
clearing
had,
it.
and that was the only show we had an interval so people could go pee if they wanted to. Still
Yeah.
did it in a cup.
That's so
And
funny.
then Frenchy drank it after
Yo,
the show.
I peed in a cup once.
Whoa.
Epic. While driving.
Oh,
In
what?
a snowstorm.
Okay.
Killed it,
What?
dude.
What a car! You were driving a car.
I was driving my car. I was like late for a gig. There was a snowstorm. I was driving from Toronto to Montreal. I was stuck in the highway. We were going at like 20 kilometers an hour. I was going to be so late for my gig. I had to pee like,
I could have gone pear shape.
and if I like exited the car, it was just like I was going to get there barely in time at that point, so I couldn't leave. And then I just, in this moment
But
of
if you had gotten
genius.
pissed on yourself, you would have still been.
No, I was very, listen, first of all,
Okay,
I had a change of clothes.
Okay. What sort of? Take us through the cup. Where did you get the cup
So
from?
the cup was a Tim Hortons cup. Tim Hortons is like a coffee chain
It's
in
like
Toronto.
Gloria Jeans.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
for
like
those
a very
Aussies.
classic, you know. And I had like a large cup of
Yeah, so it was
coffee
a,
that
so it
I
was a
had.
wide.
I was like a wide rim, but like a very malleable.
And what
that's
about the
good.
cup?
The cup was not nearly wide enough, honestly. Like it went in there and just floated around.
I
It was very
set you up for that one.
Yeah, you did.
I was waiting
Yeah, you
for it.
did. Too much wiggle room.
Okay. So you'd randomly just got a big coffee, which is probably why you had to pee because
Well,
you have.
you get a coffee at
Yep.
the beginning of a road trip. Obviously,
Yep.
you got a coffee and a water. You know what I mean? Like that's what you
Makes
do,
sense.
right? Driving in a snowstorm, high
If
alert.
it's big enough to pee in, that's a crack cup. man.
No,
Like-
you know what's fucked up
yeah.
is I actually I peed in the cup.
You'd have
'cause,
had to
I like
squat.
folded it and no, like I just like in my chair.
Yep.
And then I just like folded it and like
Yep.
shimmied.
Yep.
Right? And so like you know when you have a cup and then you squeeze it like so then it becomes like this, right? And then I just
Vagina shape.
And then vagina shape.
Yeah.
And then I peed, but the thing is that I felt myself getting to the rim and then I had to stop and then pour it out the window. And then go
On some
for
snow.
round two.
That's
On some
kind of
snow.
skill.
And here's the thing.
Write your name
Here's
in
the
it
thing.
for
I
the cup.
knew that I was like playing life dangerously, so I put a plastic bag under me, thinking like worst case
that's-
Where's
scenario.
the plastic bag?
Just listen. I got things in my car. I'm always ready.
Where are
She
all these
ready.
things?
Okay, she ready. Don't.
I'm surprised you
know
don't have
me.
a porta potty in the fucking car.
A shiwi.
I know the shiwi. Anyways, listen, guys. I didn't spill a drop. I'm a
That's
fucking
impressive.
gangster.
And
Because
so
I've done
yeah-
that before where it starts filling up and I panicked.
Yeah.
You know, you see it and you're like, the
That
amount of flow
you
that's
see it. I
Yeah.
couldn't see
Dude,
it. I
that's-
could
Oh,
feel
true.
it because I was
Dude,
holding the cup.
that's
and
a-
I'm like, it's getting warm where my
Warmer.
fingers are.
When people say I didn't spill a drop, that's a lie. Even dudes fucking.
Yeah.
Like, what about
Stress.
that little mark that you find in your drawers?
Oh yeah, I do
Every
it on,
time.
I do it on purpose. It's a power move.
Yeah.
I sprinkle it around the bathroom. But how much did you fill up the second time? So you tipped
Like-
it out and then you went again.
And I went again and filled it up almost entirely again.
That's awesome.
It was so good.
Yeah.
You know when you like have to pee so bad you start feeling nauseous? I was like there.
Did you crush the set?
Oh, I crushed it. It
That
was
could be
so
your new
good.
thing.
Honestly, maybe that's like my
Pre-pee?
pre-show thing, like pee in a cup.
Because people
You know?
get superstitious. If I do something and then I murder a set, I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to do that
Oh,
again. And now your best set was after you cut peed in the
Actually,
car.
I decided to take it up a notch. Next day, shat in a cup.
You went,
Start doing the Emiratis
The show
show, like
was massive.
cloud seeding. Make it a snow so you can just redo the.
Emo, were you in the car at the time? When
No,
this
no,
was
That was
okay,
alone.
okay, that
I was
makes
driving
more
alone.
sense.
I was driving alone.
I was
Otherwise, I
on
would
the
have been
other
like,
side of
take
the
the
world.
wheel, I'll go to the back, and then I'll figure
Yeah.
this out. I was alone.
I have toured with her though. Like we have to stop every hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because she has a weak bladder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
weak
hold it
bladder.
in for 4 hours sometimes.
Why is he proud of
Showing
this?
off.
He's like, I don't know.
That
He
is-
flexes
it's a
about things that
muscle.
make no
That's
sense.
good, no?
It's a muscle. That's really good.
4
Well done.
That's why is that good? Okay,
one
that's
time I slept
great.
for an 8-hour
Congratulations!
8-hour flight.
Wow!
I slept
what
on
an
an 8-hour
accomplishment.
flight, so
No peas.
which means I didn't have to pee.
That's pretty
And I
good.
got up just when it was time for the fucking for the seatbelt signs. I'm like, oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, this
What
is
else
the time
can you do?
I can hold in poop.
That's
You
pretty
can
good.
hold in poop.
No, I cannot. Like,
He cannot.
He can hold in pee for
that's-
4 hours,
That's,
but
that's playing a dangerous game
he
trying to
poops
hold in
every
poop.
30
You know what I mean?
minutes.
Okay, I want to say you guys are lovers as well as friends, yeah?
yes, yes.
Love it.
No,
Well,
I
anyway.
want to.
Love is in
Just
friends.
because
wanna-
they're dating doesn't mean they love each
I
other.
know, right?
Don't
I
make
wanna-
assumptions.
I mean, we're fucking if that's what you mean.
That's what I mean. Is it weird gigging together?
No, it's so cool.
Now we'll get to kind of run stuff by each other as well.
Do you have
and-
bits about each other, but
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Writes itself.
Yeah.
It's so easy to make
'cause
fun.
Sometimes I put one of us before the other, and then the audience kind of make the connection before we can even say
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
you do the same stories but from the other perspective.
Little
Yeah,
bit
so
sometimes.
it could be like a totally different story, but because of the familiarity of hearing someone talk about their partner earlier, they're like, I think that black guy is with the Canadian.
You'd be like,
Stop figuring it
my missus is Canadian, and this one time she peed in her car, and then you come out going, you'll never guess what I
like,
did driving.
I just show up on stage with said guy. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's
Yeah, they
cool.
catch on sometimes.
It's cool. They do catch on sometimes, or sometimes they don't, and then I'm like, how did you not catch on? Like, especially like I'm out here, yeah. So I'm like announced on as a Canadian comedian. I'm on stage. I'm talking about being from Canada, being Muslim, all this stuff, and then he has a bit about how his woman lives in Canada, and then we're like polar opposites. And then he's like, you know, she's da da da, she's da da. She's also Muslim, and I'm Christian. Like he does this whole bit, and then afterwards, people will see us together and be like, wait. You too? We're like, yo, what? Did you? How? No, did you not
so
get there? You
What would the likelihood have
But
been?
also, comedians just make up stuff.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
we do.
yeah.
Anything we need. If we need our partner to be Muslim or Buddhist, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If I need to be
a baby-
Elvish for make
She's a
a
baby
joke
killer.
work,
The
I
amount
say
of
all
abortions
kinds of
she's
nice
had.
things that are not true about him on stage.
Start that rumor. Right? The amount of abortions this girl's
What?
had.
Why are you telling everybody my secrets?
And then you come on after, you're like,
She actually comes out to Australia to fucking get the free abortion.
yeah, she does them in the car too.
Don't lie. We get them in Canada too, but I hop around so they can't keep track. Do you know
keeps
what I
him in
mean?
a Tim Hortons cup. It's a whole thing.
She drinks from the wrong cup. Oh, fuck.
In my defense, none of the abortions were his.
And that's why I get off without paying.
So did you guys meet doing stand-up, or it's just
No, we actually
coincidence?
met in 2018.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
to answer the question. No.
Yeah,
Yes, we met during
during
stand-up.
stand-up. Yeah, but
At the Melbourne
we weren't-
International Comedy Festival.
Oh,
Where
hello.
You
magic
know where all that
happens.
stuff happens. Where people just get sloppy and, settle.
Get your hands off me.
we met at the festival. We were both opening for a buddy of ours,
Joe White.
Joe White.
Oh, cool.
And we were both, it was not, listen, there was no scandal here. We were both seeing people, and we just were hanging, and we hit it off, and that was great. But then a year later, we saw each other, and we were both single. And he was really thirsty and kept trying, and then eventually I gave
No,
in.
I did not.
That's what happened.
She so happened to
Oh,
ask. She so happened to
wow.
ask me because we caught up in Sydney, and didn't make a move. Caught up in Melbourne, didn't make a move.
Okay. We're going deep. Are we?
Oh,
We're
yeah,
saying
we got
every-
time.
She goes, how come
Yeah.
you never made a move on me in Sydney? I was like, oh, because I didn't want to ruin the friendship.
Because I
That was-
told
that was the
him
leg opener
that
that
right
I
there.
wouldn't sleep with him because he's a comic, and then he
Cool.
respected it, and I was like,
Oh,
a man that
Who
respects
would've
shit.
Trying
Who would've thought that would get the
respect move,
cookie?
Yeah.
Fucking
Love that.
I can't
serious.
sleep with you because I respect you
Yeah,
too much.
honestly. Oh yeah, every time.
Wow, that's game.
Yeah, it was good though. It was good. Yeah, and then then we figured it out from there. Then we've been like, it's funny because people are like, how long you been together? I'm like, oh, it's hard to say.
What is time?
Okay, what is time? Because COVID happened in between our relationship, so we didn't see each other for 2 years.
She got stuck on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
But then again,
So-
you guys did too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Perth was the place to be. Like
Perth was cooking.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
everyone
was.
These guys
everyone-
got a paid vacation for 3 months. These fuckheads.
Everyone was considered
It was
outside, like,
crazy.
stuck on the other side of the wall. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it was.
We were the paradise.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that's my bad.
So, Tom, what was that?
I have no
Tinder.
idea. Tinder, yeah. To
Have
my
you, have you
fiancé.
been finding the gigs so far? So you're doing the festival run?
Yeah, so I just finished doing Melbourne. I love Melbourne. Melbourne's like my hands down my favorite.
I was just there over the weekend. I
That's-
just like it as
That's
a
my favorite.
city.
But it's my favorite festival. So
Yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt, like I don't care in what capacity I'm involved. Like I always try to make sure that I make it out to Melbourne.
Yeah, it's
and then when I don't make it, like I actually quite gutted. You know what I mean? Like it's not like when
Yeah,
you,
I was getting a bit of FOMO looking at all
it's
the
not like
posts.
when you miss
Me
Adelaide.
too.
You're just like, oh,
I didn't go this year. I got
Adelaide.
FOMO.
Yeah. You see everyone
I
posting shit.
I usually at least will come down and try hang for a weekend to
Yeah.
see a few shows. And
That was my
Exactly.
plan, but I just
Yeah.
couldn't make it work. I had too much shit
It's
going
nice
on.
to
but
immerse
that was my
yourself
plan.
like among your peers and like you kind of just get to kind of
There's a lot of hangs.
yeah exactly
Yeah.
man. And if you can get to like especially if you can line up some work, like you can make a few grand just by being out there just to hang out. You know what I mean?
And I also think because it's like the last kind of like of the bigger fest. I mean, there's obviously Sydney, but Sydney I don't feel like has as many showcases and blah blah blahs.
Yeah.
Where like you got Perth, Adelaide, and Melbourne, and so the Melbourne is the last one, and everybody's like done their festivals. The stress is off, not planning for the next
Yep.
festival, and it's kind of like let loose, fucking let's go.
Well, Sydney's
Yeah.
not as good a festival because it's a better city and people have got other things to do. Was Melbourne? They
I
just
don't
like,
think so.
Melbourne sucks. Okay,
I
I could
no,
only
you
listen
think
to it for
Melbourne
so
sucks?
long.
I like Melbourne.
Everyone
Melbourne.
fucking likes Melbourne.
I like
At
it.
some point.
Sydney's like the two ways I describe Melbourne and Sydney is like Melbourne's weed and Sydney's crack.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like Melbourne is
Yeah.
just so,
What?
Melbourne's just
No,
so
I
laid
think
back. Like it's
Melbourne's weed and Sydney's cocaine.
yeah.
Oh,
Perth
yeah.
is crack.
Okay.
Perth is crack.
Perth is crack.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, Perth is
You know what I
crack,
mean?
actually, Yeah.
right.
Like in terms of
And-
no, but in terms of speed though.
and Darwin
So
is,
they're all good in their
that
own
gas
way.
stuff. that
Yeah,
you
like
sniff.
I find
Nangs.
Sydney people like they're very busy, so like it's
corporate.
Yeah, it's very corporate. So like they can come across as snobby and
He's just a small town boy, guys.
Just
He
a
wants
small
everybody
town
just
boy living in a lonely world.
get your ass back to Calgary.
So do you live here now?
No.
No.
No, I live in. So.
Are you homeless?
Are we supposed
Yes.
to get?
Actually,
She's homeless.
actually, I kind of am homeless.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
more
Gypsy
accurate.
whisperer.
Gypsy living.
yeah,
Gypsy.
gypsy,
Canadian
vagabond,
gypsy.
homeless.
Yeah, homeless. Yeah, I
really.
like it. That's
I'm
all
That's a
right.
cold
based-
place to be homeless, Canada.
Well, but I'm not really there.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
thing. So I've been
Not
I've-
mentally.
I'm
in
not
Narnia.
mentally here either. Let's be real. I'm not. I'm in Never. Okay. Neverland. I'm based in Toronto. That's what it says in my bio. You know what I mean? But I've been like a little background is like I've been like this my whole life. Like I changed 10 schools growing up. I was a flight attendant for a decade. I've always been on the road. And then when I became a comedian, I started touring right away. I'm based in Toronto. Off the record, I don't spend a lot of time there. On the record, I do for
For
healthcare
tax
insurance
purposes.
purposes.
Yes.
But you know, like I'm constantly sort of going around, and I was in Pittsburgh for a residency for a while as well in
With Steve
the States.
Hofstetter.
Oh,
And
cool.
then
Oh.
I've been coming out here obviously to like do comedy and to do him and then I've been you know what I
You
mean.
gotta objectify
And then,
me.
yes, and then now I have my U.S. visa, so now I'm gonna be spending more time in the U.S. as
Awesome.
well.
cool.
Weren't you in a movie too?
Yeah,
I do my research.
in
I do my
a
research.
few movies. No big deal.
What was the big one?
Well, it depends on how you see.
Weren't you nominated
big.
for an award?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that was the first film I ever did, which is crazy. It was an indie film that ended up
I helped
getting.
her read.
Yeah, he did. I was in Australia.
You helped her learn to read.
No, she did the reading.
School should have covered that. You would think.
2018.
No, we get
did the
free
reading.
public education in Canada. It's not very good. But no, he helped me read for the audition because I was here when I got the audition. So I just like did a self tape online. But yeah, it was an indie film. It ended up winning like Best Motion Picture for the Canadian Academy Awards, which was huge.
That's epic.
And I got nominated for Best Lead Actress, which was insane. Like Michelle Pfeiffer had won it the year before me, and I'm like,
That's so cool.
the fuck is it? My first role, not like first speaking.
What's it
role, not-
called? We have to
it's
watch
called
it.
Scarborough.
It's called
Scarborough.
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 Scarborough, like bros or like the beach?
It's
Scarborough.
Yes, it's spelled
spelled the
spelled
same,
the
but
exact
we
same
say
way.
Scarborough, like how we say Chupa Chups. Okay, like you guys
What
just
did you say?
Or how they say Melbourne.
Chupa Chups.
Melbourne.
What the fuck?
Chupa Chup.
Chopper chops. She's trying
And
to say.
Scarborough. No, she's not trying to say it. You're saying it wrong. You
Chupa
guys,
Chup.
Chupa Chups.
listen.
Sounds like a song.
You know what? Look,
Some
I know that
doo-wop.
your demographic is
She's gonna
Australian, so I'm not
get
gonna
ripped-
hate on
she's
your
gonna get ripped in the
accent, but
comment
like
section,
honestly,
eh? You're
you
gonna get
guys
ripped in the
know that
comment
you don't
section.
speak English properly.
You're gonna get ripped in the comment section.
Chupa Chup. I'm never gonna get over
Maybe
that.
that's why she got the nomination, because she kept saying Chupa Chups, and like, oh, let's give her a
This
nomination.
is like a special little prize, yeah.
I didn't say it. I didn't
no,
say
you're
it.
Make a
right.
wish.
You're right. Honestly,
Can
honestly.
you, how does the audition process work for an indie film? I'm very
Similar to like a regular audition.
just one Zoom and you got it, or do you have to go call back?
So they sent me a
Self-tape.
self-tape.
Okay.
They sent me a self-tape request. I did the self-tape. I sent it back, and they're like, "Great, we love you. We want you, bring you in for like an in-person audition." I'm like, "I'm in Australia," and they were like, "Okay, when do you come back?" And I'm like, "A month and a half." And they're like, "We'll wait." And I was like, "Oh, shit." And so then I got there, and because this role particularly was something they were having a hard time finding the right person for, because they wanted somebody who could act, but they also wanted a particular skill set, because I was working with kids, and they're like, you can't just like run lines with children. You have to be able to kind of go with it and just kind of evoke the feelings rather than
Right.
go line by line.
Improv.
So they wanted somebody who could improv. So they brought me into the room. It was kind of like a room like this, like a boardroom sort of thing. And then the one of the directors was reading with me. And then she just started going off script and like yelling at me and throwing random things at me. And I was just like going with the flow. And they were like very impressed because I'm very good.
How good.
And then I booked
perfect
it.
for your skills. Tom's quite good with kids too.
Is he?
Oh,
In
yeah,
a different
no,
kind of
trying
way?
to make
We
some
go
kind
to
of weird
no,
joke.
we go to McDonald's.
with that redneck hat that you got on, right?
We could go
Fresh
to-
hat.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't
She's
wanna-
drinking from a Neverland
Yeah,
Ranch
this is
cup.
your
You've got
cup.
the-
It's
you've got the
literally
Epstein
your
Island
cup. You gave it to me. You're like, you want to use my cup? And I was like,
Well,
I don't want to
Mama,
ask.
roll
Your
Let's
finger-
get I'm a
your-
guest.
Your
I'm a
fingerprints
guest.
are on it.
Hey, I'm the only one without a mug, all right?
Your fingerprints are on it.
Where's your mug?
What's the film about?
It's about like an
Chupa Chups.
underserved community. It's a little bit. It's about an underserved community, like in like a just outside of the main city of Toronto. But like this community is like underserved. It's like a poor community. There's not a lot of support systems there, and like I'm this. I run this center where like kids are coming in the mornings before they start school, and they're like coming in hungry, and I'm dealing with like this woman who's like running the place who's like, I see that you're like buying food instead of pencils, and I'm like, nobody's gonna do shit if they're fucking hungry, so I'm making the right decision. I mean, this kind of stuff. So it's really interesting. It's a drama. It's not at all a comedy, but they wanted somebody who had a bit of silliness and lightness to them, because there is a silly side of this character as well. But yeah, it's a
So
really,
cool.
really beautiful film. Honestly, very beautiful film. I really was blown away by the entire project.
I'm not gonna lie. I asked that because I then wanted to improvise a scene from it, but now I don't think we will.
No, do it. It'll be super fun
Do you
and
remember
probably
your
racist.
self-tape? Do you remember your self-tape, what you had to say?
I want a pencil. No, eat your food.
Eat
you
your
little
dry
skinny
Cheerios,
cunt.
you piece of shit.
So you want to do more of that stuff?
Yeah, I do. I love acting. The thing is, for me, is though, like it's kind of like tricky because I feel like I want to act in stuff that I give a shit about. Do you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
don't want to just do like a random blah blah blahs I don't care about, because then I'm writing my own stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm
got a movie coming out
performing
this year,
things I
no?
care about. Yeah. I've got another film coming out this year with Amanda Seyfried.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Fuck Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
What a hack. She ain't shit.
Yeah, I got a movie coming out this year. I was directed by Adam McGoy, and really cool because he saw me in Scarborough and then hit up my agent. And he was like, "I want to work with Aliya.
And
Get her
you
to
have
audition
to
for
Amazing.
this."
audition. Oh.
Yeah, I had to audition.
like, it was
it was
like-
like
It was like
game-
I know the hirer. I know the boss.
Yeah, it was cool. It was
Helps.
cool. And Amanda was such a cool person to work with.
Oh,
but a
awesome.
super down to earth chick. She actually ended up jumping up on stage with me because I was doing a fundraiser show. I sometimes do fundraisers for different things. Like I was doing International Women's Day, so I was doing a fundraiser to raise money for like a women's shelter. And I told her about it when we were on set, thinking like, she's like, "What do you got coming up?" And she's like, "Oh, I'll come see you." She's like, "What's your show?" And I was like, I'm gonna put together this show." She's like, "I'm definitely gonna come see you." And I was like, "Oh, it's actually a fundraiser." She's like, "You're doing a fundraiser?" I was like, "Yeah, for like a women's shelter." She's like, "I'll do it." I'm like, "What do you mean you'll do it?" And she's like, "I'll do something." And I'm like, "Oh, do you do stand up?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, what will you do?" She's like, "I can get up on stage and like I don't know, like meow like a cat or something. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Probably sell tickets,
So
to
I
be
ended
honest.
up, I ended up
Yeah,
having her
when's
come
this
and
cat
do
meow?
like a co-host with me. So she co-hosted with me.
Oh, how
and like the
good.
whole theme of the show was like we were telling jokes, but also getting life hacks and sexy secrets from the audience. So we were like giving life hacks and like fucking with the audience. It was so fun. It's supposed to be an hour and a half show. It went for 3 hours.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Yeah, on
That's
a Wednesday
awesome.
night, and nobody wanted to leave.
That's great.
Yeah, it was
How cool.
crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
Amanda. Do you think
Yeah.
she'll do the podcast?
Yeah. Let me just give her a quick shout. Oh, she said fuck you. She said fuck you.
That's classic
Yeah.
Amanda.
Yeah, she
That's
would say
classic.
that.
We got
She'll
it.
be saying that sometimes.
Hard to get. I like it.
Really classic. Do you do any acting, Emo?
No,
No, heavens. I
Whoa!
know. I'm just a piece
Well,
of shit.
fuck you,
No,
Kanani.
You guys should write something.
I don't do any acting, but I've been on a few TV shows and stuff like
Hell
that.
yeah.
So, yeah. Not
Australia's Got Talent.
Australia's Got
Oh,
Talent.
yeah.
I've done a few. I just did one for SBS 2 weeks ago.
What was that?
Quite often we honor like mothers and stuff, but we always forget the true MVPs, our grandmothers,
Ooh.
who are the mother's mother, right? So
Yeah,
like
the
yeah, so
Just got
Matriarchs.
deep.
yeah, so
Yeah.
there was an episode. Well, there's a 10-part series, and I'm one of the episodes where we honor my grandmother, so which was
Oh,
kind of
that's
cool.
nice.
Yeah, she survived a couple of refugee camps.
A couple.
Yeah, I survived 2. So she
Holy
she,
shit.
she survived 3. So it's a few,
Wow.
isn't it? When it's
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a
He's
lot.
not
That's
good
a
at
lot.
math.
3's a lot.
That's wild. So how was that experience? We haven't heard anything about that on this podcast.
like refugee camp.
Yeah.
Well, the first one we stayed in was in Ethiopia, the one I was born into, and we stayed there for about 3 years until the war broke out.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
He's so
That's what
bougie,
it
you
says on the
guys.
visa.
He's such a
That's what it
bougie
says
guy.
on
I
the
have no
visa.
idea. He's like every now and then he'll like be saying something to me. I'm like, baby, you were born in a refugee camp. Like, fucking check yourself, because he's so bougie.
He
isn't
does
he?
dress well. He looks sharp.
Dude, no, she'll eat stuff off the counter and stuff, man. Like
I'll do that too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
No,
normal.
but, like,
I'm
after how
out
long,
here.
though?
I'm
He does-
surviving.
He doesn't.
after how long though?
What?
Like what's your cutoff time frame that you would let something sit on the counter? And
You'd
still-
say 10 seconds after you see it.
No. Like if
No.
you have like food
like
that you don't
2
finish,
hours, 3 hours,
and it's just like sitting outside.
chicken.
Oh, your own food?
Yeah.
Oh, who cares?
Who
Like
cares?
I thought
is-
you meant random food.
No, like chicken
Frenchie
has
will
been
eat
that
off plates
too.
at the pub. That
like
aren't
chicken has
his.
been on the
It's
counter for like 3
disgusting.
hours and shit.
Oh, chicken's a tricky one.
Cooked
You
chicken,
can't-
Yeah,
Frenchy cooked chicken.
Salmonella, you muppet. This is what I'm gonna end up burying her. Honestly,
This guy
I'll outlive
was
her.
born in a refugee
Yeah,
camp.
he's turning,
Okay,
he's turning down chicken. It's like,
you
no,
choosy
no.
about what he gets to eat. Like,
started
fucking,
writing
is this, did they let you have your? Okay,
I
it's
started
fine.
writing the eulogy already. I'm like, Aliya should have listened to me. That's my opening line.
Okay, cool. More about your camp. Go on about your made up fucking
I'm stuck-
backstory. Go ahead.
I'm stuck on the first line already of her eulogy, bro. Like, Aliya should have listened to me. I'm just stuck on that, bro. I'm just stuck on that.
Wow, this fucking guy.
You shouldn't have eaten the chicken.
I can tell, bro. Sometimes I have to slap it out of her hand. Sometimes, I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? That's been up
It's
here
gonna
for
be
like
the
4
name
hours.
of the
man.
next show we're touring. Shouldn't have eaten the chicken.
And it's not even covered either.
Pretty good.
Yeah, but baby, it's cooked, and I usually cook with lots
Is
of
it in the
spices.
sun?
There's spices in there. No, it's not in the sun.
It's just
It's
like-
indoors at room temperature. It's fine.
It's hard. Depends how hungry you are, doesn't it?
You know what's fucked up? There's a fridge right there as well. We could have really put
Because
it in the
I don't
fridge.
like to put it in the fridge, then reheat it.
If
It
you're just
dries
gonna
out
eat
the
it
chicken.
anyway,
You're
yeah.
gonna eat it anyways, and I don't know. Sometimes I'll come back in an hour. Sometimes it might be 2-3 hours.
This is why you
Who
keep getting
cares?
sick.
I don't get sick.
Okay.
Oh, your car would beg to differ.
All right, so we're gonna stay in this room.
Okay, we're back in the refugee camp.
We're gonna
Let's go back
no,
in
we're
there.
gonna stay in this room with some chicken on the table. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna see who will last the longest, who will eat it the latest, and who will also not
eat it
pee
first.
for the longest.
I'll eat
Okay,
it first.
he won't pee, but
Okay.
I will have. Listen, man. Okay,
We're
I do get sick, like randomly sick, but I don't get sick
She
from my
gets sick-
stomach ever. This guy, on the other hand, will eat an entire packet of those. What is that?
Takis.
Takis, and I'm like, baby,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
do this.
they're
Remember the
pretty
last
wild.
time you
It's a
ate
good
this? You
challenge,
shat
though.
lava for a fucking day.
Yeah, they're
And
spicy.
we're in a
Myself. They're
camper
spicy.
van, and you don't want to do this to us.
3 days
And,
later, I was back on the
You're
horse again.
compromising our relationship.
Yeah.
We're living in a camper van, and he's like, no, he's hot, and then he's just eating
I
them,
like
and
this.
it's fine.
3 days later, after I recovered, I was back to it again.
Can you tell them more about the refugee camp and less about poop?
Yeah, so the first one I was born into, we ended up fleeing after three and a bit years because the militia came.
Oh shit.
So we fled to another one in Kenya, and then we.
How do you flee?
Like we ran.
Not sleds, bro. You're thinking sleds. I know you are.
He thought it was
Like Heelys
we
or
skied.
something?
We were out here skiing for refugees. Camp for the refugees.
Let me get my
We
gear.
skied.
I know what you're thinking.
You know what's crazy? Like in hindsight, like just remembering back, well, I don't remember, but like we used to pass through, like where like baboons and like wildlife, like lions and shit. Like you know what I mean?
It's crazy.
My mum was telling me that we ate a zebra at one point.
but
Yeah.
not chicken. You know
And you
what
know
I'm
what I mean?
saying? Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Said it's gamey
You
as fuck.
forget where he came from. Yeah, I mean, it's good I'm here to humble him. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna outlive you by 10 years at least.
Yeah, he's got that zebra meat in him.
I've eaten zebra.
Have you? Have you
Gamey.
eaten horse?
Real gamey.
No, I don't think
Why
so.
have you eaten zebra and not horse?
Because I ate it when I was in Kenya.
It's gamey, yeah?
It's gamey.
Yeah, it's really gamey.
Tastes like what I imagine horse would taste like.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
No,
to
it's
me.
tough as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from what I got told.
Yeah.
I've had camel. Camel's cool.
Oh,
feel
which
like
part is the hump the best part?
Well, I don't know
The
what.
balls, obviously.
Oh, camel balls.
I don't know what
Camel balls. You got to fight
You guys
over
talk
there.
about the
The one
Dutch
is act-
nuts?
No, the toe.
They're like the camel's nuts.
Tom's saying the camel toe.
The
Camel
camel
toe. That's
I
what you
don't-
want.
I don't know.
Hell
You
yeah.
just, you just
I
lick
see
it.
what you did there. I see what
give me
you
Get
did.
the, get the
You
grit
just
out.
dip it in sauce and just.
Oh, yeah.
Camel meat was nice. I like camel meat. But like, camel was like. It's like a mystical creature, man. Like it's
Is
a
it?
it's a bit
It's
of a
quite
weirdo.
strange.
I'm with
It's a bit of a
ya.
weirdo,
I'm with
no?
ya. You
It's a
see
bit
him
of a
at real random times too. Because
Yeah.
there's sometimes in Australia you drive.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
there's a
we saw
fucking
one.
camel.
We were staying
Like-
in like the coast at an Airbnb, and there was a fucking camel there.
Yeah.
And they're
down-
weirdos, right? Like
Yeah.
What?
Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
down near Bermagui.
the guy just
Maria.
had camels.
do you,
Just-
do you
he
ever,
had two
you ever see when
random
you ever see
camels.
when the male one wants to mate?
Nope.
Like it puffs out its one of the glands, so like this big fucking bag comes out of its fucking neck, man. And it's fucking total disgusting, man. It's like it's like foaming out the mouth and shit.
That does not sound like appealing.
Well, the female camel was fucking getting hot off this shit. Fucking, they're just rubbing her camel toe.
Oh
And shit.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you
My
guys ever
humps, my
ridden
humps,
one?
My humps. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have, yeah. But
Yeah,
one of those pussy ones that you
Yeah,
find
yeah.
at the carnival.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've done that as well.
Nah,
You can just like hop on them. They'll just put a chair. I feel like Australian
just sit
camels
on-
have fucking
I
single
rode a
hump.
camel
Is that true?
in Egypt.
The Afghans brought them here.
Yeah, I did one in
Really?
India. I
Yeah.
rode a camel in India, and mine had a real pussy neck, so I called it pussy.
Oh, that's gross.
Camels
Yeah,
are
it was a
gross,
bit
dude.
The
gross.
ones that I rode, I just honestly, I felt sad for them. They just look so domesticated.
They're
you know?
goofy.
You're like, oh.
Camels are goofy. Like that. Like
You're goofy.
if I said one bad thing, can you say?
We're gonna. Can you guys just make a poll when you watch this and just how many bad things?
No, like you look at a horse. Like the horse is like the stud of like.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let's go right.
That's
now.
the alpha.
Yeah, then
the
you,
alpha.
then you see
Yeah.
like then you got the donkeys. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
it
let's
looks
stay
a
away
bit
from
like
them.
the brother from Everybody Loves
Then you got
Raymond.
camels,
Yeah.
which are like just they
Well,
just.
They're
Well,
goofy.
Okay,
That's a good word.
do it in terms of the high school. If you got the horses, they're the jocks.
Yeah.
I'd say donkeys would be like band camp sort
Yep.
of.
Braces.
Braces, yeah.
Yeah.
And then camels, I guess they're more like the
I reckon
stoner
do-
crew, I reckon.
I reckon donkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Camels are the stoner crew. Camels are
Camels
like
are
the
chill.
turtles of
I
like, you
reckon
know what I
donkeys-
mean? Like turtles, like
donkeys
the
are the
ocean
meth
turtles
heads'
are the
kids.
camels of the land.
The meth heads kids.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like,
Donkeys are inbred, bro.
Yeah, they're meth heads
They got
kids.
weird teeth. They
Yeah.
make weird
Donkeys?
noises, yeah.
yeah.
Donkeys, yeah, donkeys.
They're the meth
are-
heads kids. Like they're
Okay.
just there.
But
by
they're very,
themselves.
they're tough. That's my contribution. You know what I mean? A
No.
donkey.
Are you doing an
Donkeys
audition?
do,
Is this
like,
acting?
work.
They got a big one. They got a big one on them too.
For freedom.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, donkeys have got a big one
On
on them. I
behalf
thought
of
that's
the
what she was.
donkey.
Is horses or donkeys more hung?
I think a donkey.
Donkeys?
I think a donkey.
Donkey, yeah, hung like
Yeah.
a horse. Oh. Hung like a
Wait,
donkey.
I've got an aunt and uncle. They're pretty well off. I'm like, I'm going to inherit something here.
A
They
horse?
told
Like
me.
a horse or a donkey?
I thought money. I was hoping money, but
But-
my aunt informed me donkey.
Donkey. You're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
get a
gonna get paid
donkey.
in donkey.
Because apparently donkeys live a really long time, and they're like,
Oh.
Tom, we thought you'd appreciate inheriting
Dude,
an ass.
if it was a turtle, baby.
And so
but
I've
like
literally got a donkey.
like
I'm
a
like, I live
donkey.
in an apartment, bro. What the fuck?
Oh, that's so funny.
a turtle, you could justify. 'cause-
Turtle's
yeah,
cool.
Turtles. I wanted a turtle for a while, man, but
They're pretty
like
cute.
then I
turtles.
found out you have to get a reptile license for the motherfucker.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Did you get that at like Service New South Wales? Or
No, so I
something?
went in to go buy a turtle. Like literally went into the pet shop.
Yeah.
And the lady broke my heart. She said, "Oh, you actually need like a reptile license."
And then
But-
you got to get like 50 hours with someone else, like in the car with it, driving it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're on your
Supervised
house.
visits.
Yeah, supervised.
Just to make sure that you're not
let
trying
it
to
warm
do
up to
things
you
like...
until it gets out of its shell.
Oh, that's why it's on Australia's Got Talent.
Still
Wow,
got
you
it.
Golden
should
buzzers.
leave. You should leave now.
Put
That
him
was-
through.
That
Put
was
him
embarrassing.
through.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to say.
I was obsessed with getting a turtle for like the longest, man.
Are you sure that
Yeah, 'cause
this is
they
the
got, like,
case, or
cool-
did
they
she
got, like,
just like
cool
reject
patterns
you
and
with
shit.
making
They are
something
cool.
They got
up?
like cool patterns on their backs and stuff.
But
and
if you got a reptile
you-
license,
you
you,
feed
can't
them
stop
carrots.
at turtle, can you? Because you got the license now. You're gonna have to get fucking snakes.
I thought maybe I could just grab one from like the wild
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
or just from the pet
He can't
store.
be around a snake. He's
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
me and
bitch
snakes
ass when it
don't
comes to snakes. Oh my god, this guy is so afraid of snakes.
I
It's
hate snakes with a passion.
ridiculous.
Nah, they're
It's-
cute. I think the problem
Have you held a
with
snake?
getting a turtle is that after a year it'd get a bit boring and be like, I kind of want to mutate this thing
You want to
Yeah.
see what's
and
inside?
teach it ninja
It-
skills.
You
Yeah, see,
can't,
yeah,
like, what are you going to do with a turtle? You'd be like, hurry up. like, you can't take it out for a walk.
Yeah, but if it could fight crime with
Oh, that'd
with
be
Splinter,
amazing. Amazing.
No, just like put a battery pack on its back and just have it just.
Imagine you give your turtle some edibles.
Oh, they couldn't get me slower. They couldn't get slower.
It actually works the other way.
It
It
works the
speeds
other
the
way,
turtle
yeah.
up.
Oh,
You know what I
shit.
mean?
You guys
Fucking
ever had
stuff, and all of a
turtle
sudden it
soup?
just starts like, huh?
You ever had turtle soup?
No.
So what is the weirdest
No.
thing you guys have eaten? Well,
Zebra.
just zebra.
Zebra.
that's
I like
just
crocodile. And,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
alligator.
croc. I
Crocodile's
wouldn't do
nice.
croc sharks. Anything that's humans. Like
He's
that's
so. He's
Okay.
weird.
I'm
You got
weird about
to eat
food.
them before they eat you.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
That's what I said.
Because sharks come and smell you in the water and be like, oh no, I can smell shark in his stomach. Not fucking with that.
I like your way of thinking. But
I ate a sea beetle. That was probably the grossest thing I've ever
Sea
eaten.
beetle.
Yeah, I ate. It was in Cambodia, and I had
there's beetles in the sea.
like they had grasshoppers, like fried grasshoppers and stuff. But then one of the things that they had was sea beetles. And that one, the grasshoppers were good, but the sea beetle, it was because
They
it was
got them in
crunchy, but
wheelbarrows,
then
dude.
kind of soft inside. And I was like, whoa, it's like squirted a little. And I was like, no, no,
They
no.
got them in wheelbarrows. Like,
Squirted.
imagine how many grasshoppers you
Yeah,
had to.
in my mouth.
Like, how do you even catch them?
Yeah.
How do you even catch them?
I
They
have
had
no
them in
idea.
wheelbarrows, man. Like I remember one night, the Thai lady was trying to sell them to us. Like they got like little bags and scoops.
Of what?
Like grasshoppers. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
What the fuck we're going to
You didn't try it?
There's a Burger King right in front of us. Like the fuck
You didn't try it? You didn't even try it?
Heavens no.
Yeah, I'm weird about
on.
that shit.
Nah,
I don't
I'm
want
cool,
it.
man.
I don't want it.
Why?
You're right about him.
yeah.
He's so bougie, bro.
Oh, bougie.
Yeah.
It's fucking-
Grasshoppers
He'll
and
get
shit.
like a fly on his food and he won't eat it. I'm like, oh my
What
god.
did you eat in the camps, in the refugee camps?
They used to like
Oh,
parachute.
it was honestly, it was a
parachute.
first class refugee camp. They had
No,
only
they
the
used to
best
parachute
fine
like beans
dining.
and shit. Like it was
They parachuted in beans. That's
like
I don't know if
beans,
that's first
corn,
class.
like
Do you think
flour.
I don't know why he got so bougie.
corn's good, but
Yeah, but if you're eating it every single day, you're just like.
but there's
God
so
damn.
much you can do
Yeah.
with corn.
Yeah, man.
Are you sponsored by corn? Man? Fuck.
You know the corn song? That shit was the best. Let me back up a second. Can you tell us about Australia's Got Talent? Because most of our listeners are Australian. Shout out to our international listeners.
New Zealand.
Guten Tag.
New Zealand.
Arigato.
Sure, bro.
Do you guys know any other foreign languages?
Namaste.
Namaste. Say hello to them.
Slama
Jambo.
Pagi.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
we haven't said
Indonesian
that
right there for
before.
good morning.
Indonesian to
Yeah.
our Indonesian listeners.
Yeah.
Tuk tuk to our
Hola.
Indian listeners.
Bon voyage.
They love that. But a lot of our listeners are big fans of Australia's Got Talent. Can you tell us the secrets about it, like production wise?
So like it was like a nightmare to film, man, because
Nightmare.
no, because like everything was put into such a condensed like time frame. So we were filming like
Where was the first audition?
7 a.m. at across from the Sydney Harbour Bridge. We started at 7 a.m.
Sorry, he didn't have a first audition to answer your question.
Oh, you just got chosen.
He got
they
seen
scouted
at a. They scouted
Running
him.
joke.
He was at a show and they
That's
saw
so
him.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh.
And then they
Yeah.
called him up
Oh.
and they were like, "Hey, we want you to do this,"
Like
and he
what?
was like, "Nah." And I was like, "Baby, maybe think about it."
Yeah.
And
That's
then
because my management like kind of deterred me.
Yeah.
And
They're like,
It's-
that shit's too commercial.
yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, comedians never win this. It's a bit hacky.
It's not a great.
Whoa.
Wait. Let me finish. It's not a great show to do
Whoa.
stand up on.
Oh,
It is
okay.
a
Do
difficult
stand-up on.
room
stand-up
to
on.
crush.
But they do it in America
We're
as
gonna
well. They have a
soundbite
lot
that
of
and make you look
comedians
really
and shit
bad.
on the
Just
show.
like, it's
Yeah.
not a good show, and then just cut that sentence.
Oh, I'll start him. Who hosts that?
So Ricky Lee, who I still speak to
Oh,
this
you
very
fucked
day.
Ricky Lee.
Yeah, I said, baby, go for it. If that gets you the golden buzzer,
No, Ricky Lee's like Australia's sweetheart, man. Like she's just like.
Oh,
I'm
you made
kidding.
love.
I fucked
She's
with
just-
you. Yeah. For the team, I did it for us.
Hell yeah. You got
I'm
it.
a ride or die, motherfuckers.
You got it in this industry, man.
Yeah, oh man, it was.
So
it
she's
was-
cool. That's good.
she's cool, man. Like
Yeah.
I still speak to her now. and
Terrible in bed.
I'm telling on you. Matter of fact, make a snippet of this, and I'm gonna
Oh,
tag her.
she's a big fan. Ricky Lee will be watching.
you
Don't
are
worry about
done.
that.
Yeah, she
I'm
listens to every
kidding.
episode.
I'm sure sensational in bed.
So we did like the filming, which started at 7 a.m. and I the comedian was on at 11
Fuck that.
at nighttime. Like
Whoa, fuck.
and
That's a long
there
day.
was one more person, which was a singer. So like I was like, oh man, the singer's gonna have. She's pretty much the headliner. But then I got the golden buzzer, and I was like, oh. I don't think they give 2 of these out in one night.
It's gold.
Yeah, because they're picking it up too. You know what I mean? Like,
Is that what you said to her when you walked off
No,
stage?
no,
You go,
no.
oh, my condolences.
Sorry, bitch.
Sorry.
ripped it up? Now I felt bad for her because, like, obviously, once that moment happens, like, it's really hard to kind of like try to top that.
He
Yeah.
said what he said to his kids. We all can't be winners.
Oh, bro, I'm the harshest to my kids, dude.
He's terrible,
Like-
dude.
like
Literally,
my son-
I had to sit him down yesterday. His daughter sends him a picture of her meal, yeah? And she just sends a photo.
Trying to
like-
brag to me, little girl, Aliya.
And he goes, this is what he goes, oh, baby. He's like, I wish I had taken a photo of my meal. It was amazing. And then he sends her this picture that I had taken of this huge feast that we'd had the day before. And I'm like,
Nice.
love, all
Yeah.
she wanted was for you to say, baby, that looks great. I'm
Trying-
so proud
Trying
of
to
you.
taunt me
She's
because I
trying
lived
to
in
But
a,
instead-
trying to taunt me
She's
because I lived in a
flex.
refugee camp.
Oh,
bro.
wow.
I get it.
I
She's trying
brought you
to
to
flex
this world,
on you.
Nevaeh. I brought you to this world. I'm living way better than you. You hear me?
Your meal ain't
Daddy
shit.
ate zebra.
Your meal ain't shit. I'm gonna go to McDonald's, buy a Happy Meal, throw it in the
Dude.
fucking bin,
Dude,
okay?
you want to hear
Don't
something,
talk
man?
about McDonald's, please.
Dude.
This is gonna, you're unleashing
no.
a whole thing.
I love.
can't.
Like, who doesn't like McDonald's? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Love
It's
McDonald's.
classic.
Love,
So-
I love the food, don't love the company.
I love the
Thank you.
clown.
So
You
what's-
don't love the company Grimace or
I used to work for McDonald's too, man. Like, so
Hell
I used to
yeah.
love it because I used to bring back home food for the whole family. And I was like the fucking prize pick. Like my father's like, I have a son again.
when you get a job at a fast food chain, you get
Oh,
to
your
flex
family
like that,
loves
bring
you,
your
bro.
food
Oh,
home
yeah.
to an
Yeah.
immigrant family, bruh.
Oh,
you
man.
become the most popular kid
Bringing
in the
food
fucking
for
family.
everybody.
That's so good.
grab a
I mean,
couple
your
more nuggets,
cousins,
we're
your
good.
aunties are like, why can't you be more like this one? You're feeding the whole family through their job. Like, it's
But
yeah,
since the
it's a
whole Israel-Palestine stuff happened, like there's been like a
boycott list,
boycott,
right? So
yeah.
McDonald's
So-
is one of the boycotts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
so
why?
like I half
Because they're sending money in.
Are they?
Yeah. It's a whole
Yeah.
thing. So
Oh, shit.
Are they
so-
sending him burgers too?
yeah,
Dude,
these fuckheads.
those-
they actually did. They
oh,
were
those-
feeding the IDF.
The troops while they're
Yeah.
about to head in, they've got
What a
they've got
brand
burgers
deal.
and stuff.
I know.
What a brand
Yeah,
deal.
Right?
it was hectic, man. So we're staying in front of a McDonald's, and I'm like, oh man, in what scenario would you ever live in front of a McDonald's and not be able to have it?
Because he's been having McDonald's when I'm not
Tough.
around.
Tough.
But when I'm around, he's playing it.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I had McDonald's a couple times while I was in Melbourne. Because I sometimes I just got to race to a gig. I don't have time to be like sitting down having hot pot.
I know.
Like, you know what I mean? So, so this one here, she's a Nazi.
Okay, that's
Oh,
what I
wow.
am. I'm a Nazi. That's what I am.
They look-
Y'all
we're sitting on the balcony.
The Nazis like
we're sitting on the balcony the other day. I was like, babe, what
If I was a Nazi, they'd probably be feeding me
what if we went-
McDonald's for free.
what if we went in there and just gave him a piece of our mind and then walked out with a couple cheeseburgers?
The teenager at the counter's like,
He tried to do this to me when I was high the other night. And I'm like,
What if
oh
we
my
went
God,
in-
I'm at my weakest right
What if
now.
we went
Do you
in
know what I
there-
mean?
want McDonald's the
I
most.
love
Yeah, what if we
McDonald's
went in there
fries.
and just told him off? And
Yeah,
just be like,
ethical
what
consumption.
you naughty McDonald's. we'll get a 20-pack of nuggets.
Naughty.
naughty
Just
McDonald's.
balance itself out, you know what I mean?
Oh shit, that's wild. So,
Yeah.
how far did you get in the Australia's Got Talent?
Dude, I
finals, yo.
damn near came runner-up, man.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You came runner-up.
I damn
Yeah.
near, yeah.
How many
Damn.
weeks was that?
He's like,
How-
what does damn near me?
Damn near
You
came
know what I mean?
runner-up.
This is how he
So
talks
did
to
you
me
come
rhymes
runner-up
as
or
well.
not?
Like, baby,
Come
what do you
run-
mean? He's
runner
like,
up, runner
I
up.
damn near
Yeah, no-
did a blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
So,
what
no,
is
so they didn't announce the backup person, but like,
Uh.
but
That
like,
was
we
you.
knew.
That
We
was
knew,
you.
we
I-
knew.
This is what happens on Valentine's Day. I'm like, baby, where's my Valentine's? He's like, I
It was-
damn near bought you something.
It was the
Damn
same.
near bought you a
It was,
car.
it was the
so
same,
you
it was
did
the
or
same
you
thing for
didn't?
raw comedy. I damn near came first.
Damn near. He just damn. This is what
They're
he
like,
does.
the winner
His whole
of
life. He's like,
2018 is Beck Melrose. Did you know you said the wrong name?
Make yourself a runner-up
he was
trophy.
no,
I reckon.
honestly, here's the thing, yeah, okay, like he was actually smashing it, and the thing, like as much as I make fun of him, much respect is that he actually went on national TV and did not compromise his comedy at all, which was
Nice.
amazing. You know what I mean, he said exactly what he wanted to say, and people were about it. He's got a way of making everybody comfortable. He can joke about things. He was up there talking about racism and talking about real things, but making it funny enough that everybody, the general public laughing, got to the finals. Like amazing,
sick.
honestly, kudos. But he was up against this like gymnastics group of like 17 little white girls who go to like 50 different schools, and then their
Holy
parents
shit.
have like
Yeah, yeah.
500
From Newcastle.
fortune
Shout out to
companies.
Acromation. We're going to be in Newcastle next week.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah,
Spend some-
please just
spend
tell,
some of your winnings and
tell
come
all-
to buy some tickets.
Tell your
We
parents
actually tried to
buy the
get all
tickets.
of them on the podcast today.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
right.
how do you make them the winner? And then what? You're gonna tour with these little children everywhere
Yeah.
in the world and get how many freaking
They'll
rooms
just fucking
and
go
flights?
into a
You could have just
pyramid.
got this guy, put him in a tent.
In a tent.
not the camp.
Such a
Not
cheap-
back to the camp.
back to the camp.
He's
It's
eating
a
corn
cheap
and
thrill.
beans.
I'm just saying, you could have taken him out
One
and
solo
toured him
act.
all over Australia.
Fuck.
Stupid.
You should get them to open for you. Do some gymnastics shit. You come out of a pyramid in the middle.
Look who kept the career
Or just halfway
going.
through his set, he's just like, and then I lost to these bitches, and then the curtain opens.
And everyone's like, whoa.
That would be pretty dope. That
Shout
would
out to
sound pretty
Acromation.
good.
Shout out to Acromation.
That's funny.
Yeah, but he was. That's the thing, right? Like, it's a voting system, and you can imagine, like, honestly speaking, like as a numbers game, if you have that many kids, that many schools,
Yeah, dude.
500 people in your school, all of them, all their parents, all their cousins, everybody voting for you. Like, it's a lot.
And then if they're like, this is a public school, then every public school's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, then you got the divorced parents, then you got
the
their
second families.
yeah, stepbrothers.
You know what I mean?
There's- And there's
and
probably
then
mistresses.
their workplaces, they're going
Yeah.
out the newsletters at their work and
There's
shit.
probably-
Like, it's huge.
probably other adults on the internet who vote for kids to win.
Oh, yeah.
Pedophiles, okay. I was
Okay.
trying to do it
Yeah.
subtly.
All the
Yeah.
different
Yeah, very
schools.
nice.
all the
And then the
different
ones
schools, I
that
guess.
don't care who wins, they just don't want this guy to win.
The racist
The
voting
racist
against
voting
CMO.
against, right?
Yo, one guy actually didn't like me to the point where he voted 3 times, took a screenshot and sent it to me. He wanted to let it be known, bro. He goes, I voted for them 3 times.
What the kids 3 times.
Yeah.
Is this someone you
Yeah.
knew or just a random?
No, it's just a dude that didn't like me.
That was-
What a fucking
Yeah,
dickhead.
That was your family because you're not working at Macca's anymore.
Yeah, right?
you get trolls sometimes, yo.
They're like-
And
They're the
this
worst,
guy,
dude.
this guy passionately did not like me.
It's almost funny when
But
they
the
like
thing-
Yeah.
that
The
mad.
thing is, though,
You're like, get a life.
I had like a coalition at the time, though. So if anyone was even like the slightest bit negative, before I could even get to it,
It's nice.
they swarmed.
They self-moderate.
They swarmed and like bees on a fucking like bee on a fucking wasp. Like just heated up to the point when they suffocated him. You know what I mean?
Like,
Yeah. You're
you
like
say
the
what?
Beyonce of Australia.
Like bees and like so bees found a way to kill like wasps.
Oh, you told me about this.
Hornets, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what they do is like the hornets would come and like kill whole colonies of bees, and they found like through evolution, bees have found ways to just swarm it, heat up their body fucking temperature, and suffocate the hornet.
Why, they can't sting him?
No, because like bees are like the jihadis, bro. Like they sacrifice a couple for the sake of the colony.
That's
so, like,
crazy.
Yeah, so they'll swarm the hornet, like this
smother it.
big ass ball, and then they'll flap their wings and raise their body temperature to the point where the hornet suffocates from like heat exhaustion.
It's like the last girl
That's
on the dance floor at a nightclub. I've seen it. They'll suffocate her.
Seen it up
does.
close. I was one of the bees.
Fucking flapping, dude.
Especially she,
That's why
faints
you
in the-
call him Flappy. I thought it was.
It's both.
Alright.
Oh, that's cool though. How many weeks was that?
For Australia's Got Talent. So I did the first initial. So what was the audition that was being filmed?
I do hope that catches on. Just Flappy Tom. Like,
And then they flew me back home and said you come back in I think it was like 3 weeks for the semis. So I brought my daughter along, and that night I made it into the finals. So they were like, hey, like we can fly you back home or we can just keep you here in a hotel.
Sick.
That way you can if there's like interview opportunities and you want to do like the clubs here, right? I was like, yeah. So they gave me like cab cards,
Sick.
so I could travel from Parramatta to anywhere around Sydney to go do open mics.
That's so good.
So I could try out my material that I wanted to. Like, guess how much some of the bills were on those cab cards?
Oh,
man?
dude.
Like when I took one from the city to Rudy Hill, it was damn near almost like 200 and something bucks, bro.
Fuck. The cabbie just would have gone home after.
Yeah,
that. Like,
Yeah.
They'll give me
Sweet.
cab cards to get haircuts from like barbers and shit because they didn't have anyone on deck for me, right?
Yeah.
It's like
That's
yeah.
sick.
So
The perks.
yeah, so they'll just send me out to like wherever it is I wanted to go, and they gave me like meal cards and like just keep your receipts. So I pretty much got like a paid vacation
Sick.
while I was out here. My daughter was the funniest one though because when I finished the semis, I was like, hey, they're gonna actually keep me here, and you gotta go back to school. She's like, alright, cool, no worries. I said, do you mind flying back by yourself? And she's like, no worries. So as I signed all the papers and stuff, I could see that she's grinning from cheek to cheek because she's got a tell me story at school now that I flew all the way from Sydney by myself. you
Yeah,
know?
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. that is so
Like
cool.
she's holding in her grin to the point when she walked through those like the gates, she didn't even look back to say bye to me, dude.
She was just thinking about that Bundy and Coke she was
she's
going
probably,
on.
Yeah.
she's probably worried about like what if he changes his mind, like just ignore him.
That's so fun.
Yeah, man. Like she was just so excited to be able to fly and like possibly go back to school on Monday and brag about, oh yeah, I flew back from Sydney with myself. But she also knew that she couldn't say what she was in Sydney for. So
Oh, secret.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. She had to keep it a secret. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
My daughter's
Can
a
you
snitch, but-
imagine being a 12-year-old girl and having to keep that
I'd
secret?
be,
Yeah.
I'd
My
be
daughter's
telling
snitch.
everyone.
She's a
Oh,
snitch.
yeah.
Like, I have no doubt she told everyone.
Or she's just flexing on people like somebody's doing to her. It's like, wait until you see what my daddy doing. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I'm
hey,
gonna be-
Ricky Lee. Sorry, I got to take
Yeah,
this.
yeah, right. It's like, oh my god, I can't get this like golden buzzer stuff off of me. It's like constant. It's
She
like
went to go pick up
glitter.
my youngest daughter from school, like because sometimes her mum will have her run inside while she keeps the car running, and the teacher was like, "Oh, we saw your dad on television today." Like she gets a high off that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cute.
She gets a high off that. So like being the cool dad and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fun. Do you have any other shows Channel 7 can put you on?
I just did ABC day before I did the SPS. I am working on trying to get one more television.
I was trying to get Frenchy to apply for Survivor.
Still got to do that,
You didn't do
actually.
it.
Dude, I want
Is
to.
it shot?
Survivor.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm still going to do that. I'm going to be very good at Survivor.
Dude, I almost
I
got into
wanna
the
do
I'm a
Survivor.
Celebrity, get me out of here.
Australia Survivors casting.
So when I was in,
You should get on that.
yeah, so they had called me up, told me the prices and everything, how much it was I was gonna make for the I'm a Celebrity, get me out of
Oh,
here.
sick.
They're like, hey, we'll call and touch bases with you next week, so and so, and
he wouldn't survive, is the thing.
Where is it? Where did they
he's
go?
out-
He
South
bloody
Africa.
flee.
And do you know
In
what?
South Africa.
Yeah, do you know what the illest thing is? Like I was already gonna be in South Africa for the Johannesburg International Comedy Festival,
Yeah.
April 1st. But they
It
were
would've
like,
been
they needed all the acts, or all the contestants to be in the jungle by the first. I was like, is there any chance I can get on by the second? Do you have any like late entries? They're like, yeah, we do. We'll probably be able to work something out. And then they just didn't contact me.
Oh no, you blew it.
No, but I was
he
telling
blew it.
I was telling them if it came down to it, like I would probably like I would skip the South Africa thing, but then like they probably just took it as he'll probably say yes,
No,
then
they
bail
just
on
went
us
and
later.
they asked the gymnasts instead.
Yeah, they got.
He didn't win, and they're like, well, actually,
So
yeah.
we
it
don't
turns
need you
out-
no more.
They're less
Like,
picky about food. What was the Johannesburg Comedy Fest like?
International
So
Comedy
fun.
Festival, yeah.
Because our mate, our cameraman on tour is from South Africa, and he always tells us like how fun and hectic
It's
South
so
Africa
fun and
is at the
hectic.
moment.
Dude.
It's so fun and hectic. We went to Joburg, and then we also drove all the way through to Durban. We didn't make it to Cape Town, unfortunately, because I've heard such great things about Cape
We
Town.
found
but-
out how dangerous Johannesburg was
Yeah,
from our
it's-
driver.
It's really,
Oh,
it's a
shit.
very, like, I have a very hard time believing when people say things are dangerous because I'm like, even where I live in Toronto, people are like, your neighborhood's a little sketchy. I'm like, I'm a little sketchy. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here, right? Like, I've stayed, like, him and I have traveled around. I've traveled my whole life, you know what I mean? And I like to go to places. I'll jump on airplanes. I don't even know where I'm staying until I get there kind of stuff. You know what I mean? We've stayed in, like, cartel neighborhoods together in Mexico, like, all kinds of stuff. So when
She didn't
people are
run.
like,
She didn't run that by me until I got
I
there.
booked the place, but
I
I
don't know
stayed there
about that one.
before
I
by
don't know about that
myself,
one.
and I was safe.
I would have talked
If
her
I
out of
wanted
it.
to buy this fucking chicken guy, you know, like he's gonna be like all like, oh, I'm making.
I'm the chicken guy.
I'm
now.
like, yeah, he's the chicken
You're the
guy.
chicken guy.
I'm like, we're going to Mexico. We're eating street tacos. We're gonna be fine. You know
Sure,
what I
the
mean?
cartel's friendly too.
The
Once you
cartels
get to
are.
know 'em.
You once you get to know them,
the cartel
they're just
no,
you know what I
they,
mean?
they protect the tourists because if any blowback to the tourists,
They don't want that shit
actually
coming.
ruins their operation.
Yeah, because then
Yeah.
they get
So-
way more attention and they're bringing
And
heat for
tourists
no
buy
reason.
a lot of coke too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They do,
Honestly,
true.
we're great.
Yeah.
So we found out in South Africa while we're in Soweto
That-
in
how dangerous it is.
where Nelson Mandela's where his house was. So her and I were smokers at the time. We've quit cigarettes now as of last Tuesday. Shout out Alan Carr.
Yo.
That had to quit smoking book.
Such a good book.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
listen to the
comedian?
audio.
No, Alan.
No.
Jimmy Carr.
That's Jimmy Carr.
Isn't there
Alan
a
Carr has
Alan
an audio.
Carr as well?
Has a book. How to quit smoking. With no consequences.
Right.
It's crazy to think that a book would do it, but it's.
See,
That's cool.
I don't reckon you need a whole book. How many pages was it?
I don't know. We listened to the audio book.
Okay.
So
okay,
zero.
go for it.
What you got?
It's 8.5 hours.
What you got? I want to hear
It was
your version.
8.5 hours worth.
I think you just need a good friend, and every time you go have a cigarette, he punches you in the balls. Or
That's what I said.
I don't know what hurts the most for women.
Yeah, like just flick the bean, I guess.
Just flick the bean. Yeah, I don't know.
Every time I
hard
smoke, that
flick.
sounds rewarding. That's the opposite.
Just takes back smoking.
Maybe not
Just
that.
takes back smoking.
Maybe not that.
I
No,
want to
dude,
try
like
that.
there's no cravings or
So
nothing.
you
like,
just quit smoking.
like
you
last
were,
Tuesday, yeah.
You were
Yeah.
in
So
South
we're
Africa
in South
looking for a
Africa, so
diary.
we're there. We're
yeah,
having a
we're
smoke.
just about to buy. We're about to buy a packet of cigarettes.
Oh yes, and then we got
the people
told
were like,
off.
"Oh, it's just across the street." So our driver, he didn't know that we were venturing out too far. We're just like, "Hey, we're just stepping outside." And he's like, "Cool." So the people point out to us the cigarette.
and I'm like,
he said, "Set that hut
Hmm.
down the street." So we start walking down to the little
To the alley.
Yeah, the little stand. It's on the main street, bro.
It's
just
on the main street. It wasn't even an alley.
Yeah, it's just like a hut, like a little tin shed that sells cigarettes and fucking bubble gum and stuff. You know what I mean?
And some Chupa
This
Chups.
this old man, our driver, he's running, bro, like running, saying, "Don't ever get out of my sight again." Bro, like literally telling us off, saying, "Don't ever don't ever get out of my
And
sight.
then-
You'd be robbed at gunpoint, and
Yeah.
no one will even know because they do it so slick." He goes, "Don't do it. I'll lose my job, please." Like,
Oh,
but
wow.
then like so like Joburg City, yeah. I'm like, I want to go see what downtown looks like, and people are like, no.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's the worst
Well,
place to
can
be.
we just drive through the city? And they're like, no. And they're
Yeah.
like, in the daytime, and they're like, no. And I'm like, I have never in my life. I've traveled to all kinds of sketchy ass places. I've never been told you're not even allowed to drive
city.
through in the daytime.
Yeah.
I just didn't get to see the city. It was crazy.
Yeah, our friend
So
was
the
saying
city-
like they'll smash the windows.
yeah,
and-
so,
Yeah,
so
man.
like I thought the city
I'm
was
like,
the
but then
most
how do
safest
people
place.
live like that?
Okay, I thought that
That's
was
nuts.
corporate. I thought the city is always corporate.
And
so-
apparently
Yeah.
the government doesn't care to fix it up, which is really sad. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Which is really sad. A lot of South Africans that we spoke to really feel abandoned by their government, which is crazy. But
You're not allowed to play on your phone while you
Then
just
we
walking the
went.
street?
Then we went. We drove. We went to go to a game park with this like amazing comedians that we met out there, and we were at the game park, and we nearly got killed by a rhino.
Oh.
Like the game,
This
the game
rhino
reserve?
literally
Because he didn't like your jokes?
tapped
No.
his jokes.
So there was a baby
I'm
rhino.
not an idiot. I don't tell rhinos jokes.
I was like,
This
what happened to
guy.
your horn? No, so there was a baby rhino, and you know how territorial like
Yeah.
mums in any
Yeah.
capacity
He tried to
can
tell
be.
his turtle joke to the rhino.
It's like, that's a little small horn you got there,
So
rhino.
we were like all looking
Is it
at
cold?
these like rhinos that were like literally
right in front of us.
Like honestly, like see where the wall
Just
is,
taking
like
a
the distance.
Yeah, just got my hand out, like drive-by style.
And we're in the car and we're like watching, and then all of a sudden we just see one of the rhinos. She just turns and looks at us, and she looks at us and kind of scrunches her eyebrows
and goes,
and then comes up to the car and goes like this and knocks the car with her head.
tips.
Like actually
just like this.
touches the as like a warning. But if she wanted in that moment,
She
she
wanted,
could have
she'll-
just
she'll
we would have
flip
been
the motherfucker.
fucking
Yeah,
dead, bro.
shit.
and I was on that side
Like
too.
literally hit the car. It was.
She
I think it's because
she
I
rubbed
looked
her
at her
feet.
like, please.
She
I
did that
have
whole
so
little
much to
feet
give
rub
still.
on the floor,
I should get
and then did
empathy.
this thing. And then I still was being a tourist, so it came to the car and just kind of like love tapped it. But if it wanted to, like this rhino, like there's no way around it. I mean, like it
Yeah.
would have been fucking fucked.
I think
So Calvin drives up out of harm's way. We get out of the car to inspect it. This rhino did not want to harm us, bro. Like it just literally just tapped the car. Didn't even leave a scratch, no nothing.
That's crazy.
But it just wanted to let us know, get the fuck out of
Away
here.
from my
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah,
Shit.
Like, it did not want, like, it didn't want nothing. Like, it just wanted to let us know, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
my kid is here. Like, let me be a dad for fucking my weekend.
But aside from that, though, it was great. Like people in South Africa were so friendly. Like it's really like the culture is very familiar to both of us. You know what I mean? In that where like immediately like you're not like a visitor, you're a guest.
Right.
Right. And so like all of the people that run the festival, they were so freaking cool. Like I got there a couple days before him. They took me out. We were eating. We were chilling. Like it was such good vibes.
They hooked up our vegetables as well.
Yeah.
So
All kinds of
had-
stuff.
So it's greenery is just like it's legal in South Africa. So,
Right.
yeah. So,
Right.
So you can you can get like greenery just very simply over there, and you don't get in trouble for driving with it either. Like,
That's crazy.
It was so fun.
But you can do
Yeah.
anything when you're a tourist, I think. Yeah, no, really. It's like most laws don't apply to you as
Yeah.
well.
Tell that to
Yeah.
Chappelle Corp.
It's until they want to make an example out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you catch somebody on a bad, you know what I mean?
Like Future's
It's like a
DJ
politics.
spent 90 days in prison in Dubai.
Shit.
I have a buddy of mine, a comedian that was caught in where was he?
Narnia.
Somewhere in East Asia. I think it was Vietnam, and they he just had crumbs of weed, but they stopped him and then they kept him
flogged him?
there for they kept him there for like 30 days or some shit.
Shit.
That was like
It
Future's
was like a whole
DJ.
thing with the consulate and the blah blah blahs and everything.
Because like Thailand, it's legal now.
Thailand is legal.
Which is weird because Bali's so extreme. But
Dude.
like they're both like Australian travel
we went to
destinations.
Thailand. We went to Thailand many years ago. Back in like 2012.
Fuck, you've been everywhere. eh?
2012. Yeah, I've traveled a lot. Like, it was ingrained in me because we moved around a lot.
Yeah.
Without wanting to.
I've traveled.
And then
Almost
Who's
like
travelled more places?
Me, obviously.
Oh,
Have you?
hey,
no, but she was an air hostess.
Ayo.
No, I don't know if you have now.
Baby, I've been to over 30 countries.
Yeah, so.
He's been a 31.
No, count it out. There's no way you've traveled more than me.
No.
First of all, I'm like 50 years older than you.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Whoa, really?
yeah. No, but I
Whoa.
worked as a flight attendant for a decade. I had flight passes. and
Yeah,
as-
that shit's crazy.
The reason that I became a flight attendant was to travel. So
Yeah.
I would work all my days on. I'd work like 35 days in a row. And then I'd take all my days off together. So I'd
Yeah.
have like 4 weeks, 3 weeks. And I'd just like get on a plane and go to a new country.
That's fun.
So
Did
yeah.
you like being a flight attendant?
Sudan.
Loved
South
it.
Sudan.
Yeah, it was so fun.
What do you think about
Kenya.
when people
He's gonna count
try,
everyone.
try to
Kenya.
join the solo mile high club? Is it like weird?
The solo Mile High Club?
Yeah.
And then like jerk off?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, good for you.
Okay, that's good. No,
Yeah.
Because I've got a friend I
Wonder
tour
would
with, and
that
he
be
does
like,
it like
having
in the
sex on a
seat
plane?
all the time.
What's that?
I said this friend I tour with does it in the seat all the time, like under the blanket.
This friend that you tour with, and then she just winks.
That's the hand.
Was that
That's
your
the
dad's
hand.
hand?
Is that the hand?
That's the hand.
It felt sticky, and I had to ask still.
No, but actually, have you caught people? Do you catch people rutting in the planes?
Yeah. So I worked on the smaller planes, so not so much on the small flights, but a couple times on the bigger ones. Yeah, but I'm like, cool, go for it. If
Just
you,
to
you know what I mean?
ignore,
Just,
pretend
but
you didn't
also
see.
just know how disgusting it is because nobody cleans these
That's
bathrooms.
fun. Why do the pilots do a routine when you're taking off and landing? You know how some of them love the mic. and
Oh
they're,
yeah,
like, do
I
a full
know.
thing.
They get
I
their full
know.
voice
Some
going
of
on.
them love
Yeah.
the
Hey, this
mic,
is your
and you're like,
captain
bruh,
speaking.
and then they do, but they sound like they don't know what they're talking about because they're like, we've been on our way to
We're in
Could be cloudy.
What con
outside.
artists too, man? Like,
13K
you mean we could have got
headwind.
there in 3 hours?
Yeah, what are they talking about?
Like,
Yeah.
you ever find when they're running late and then they just we'll just make up for it up in the sky. Like,
And then you're like, if you can make up for it,
about
why didn't you do that in the
fucking
first place?
Yeah,
You
you
know what I
piece
mean?
of shit.
There
Like
was
the-
a faster route.
like Domino's when they
You
fuck
were
up your
taking us
order
on the
and the
scenic
second
route
time,
up here?
second time the pizza's done in 5
look,
minutes.
more
Like,
clouds.
That's what it's like,
yeah,
bro.
like
Anyway, we actually did prepare a segment for you since we heard you arguing over which countries, who's been to more countries. Chewy's still
This
out.
one?
We found a quiz online. It's take this couples quiz to see how well you know your partner.
Oh.
I guess we
we're
just
gonna
ask them one for
obvious.
one.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Oh God.
Okay.
You should be nervous.
Emo,
by
can
the
you
way.
answer this? What is her
I'll keep
favorite
score.
TV show?
her favorite TV show. She's not a TV watcher.
So she doesn't have one,
Yeah, she doesn't have one. Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Well done,
yeah.
Emo. What is his favorite TV show?
Oh, Power.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
One
Okay.
all.
All right. Okay.
I'm into power.
We'll do it question for question. Tom.
Okay. What's Emo's favorite book?
Kimo doesn't know how to read.
Go fuck yourself.
That audio book about quitting smoking.
I'm reading The Art of War right now, actually.
Okay.
By Sun
all
Tzu.
right,
He's
Shit,
playing-
he's about to
okay.
drop bombs.
Yeah,
He's
he's
listening
he's
to
playing
it.
Clash
It's an
Royale.
audio book.
Okay. What's
He's
Aliya's
playing
favorite
Call
book?
of Duty. Calls it Art of War.
Aliya, she doesn't have a favorite book either.
It's true. I also
Okay.
don't know how to read.
What the
Wow.
fuck do you do?
No. Fuck. And argue about how long the chickens are on the counter.
Okay. Emo, what's her favorite color?
A favorite color? Oh. Damn. That's brown.
Hey yo.
I do like brown. I do. I've never had a favorite color. I wear a lot of black. You know what I mean?
Black is not a color, it's a shade.
he just winked at him. He's like, and I have.
There's some sort of saying. Once you go,
Black, you get decided by the
never
family.
go back. One or the other. We've heard different sayings. Does Emo have a favorite color?
No, I don't.
I do. I do have-
Oh, do you?
yeah.
Okay, okay, hold on. Are you wearing it?
No. Blue's my
This isn't-
favorite color.
Oh, I was gonna say blue. I was
Is
gonna
Emo
say
up now?
blue.
Is Emo up?
Okay, I think you'll know this one. What's Emo's favorite takeout meal?
Oh,
she-
Nando's.
Yeah, she got
Obviously.
Oh, I thought you were going to say McDonald's.
No, Nando's
Oh,
hands
Nando's.
down.
Nando's
Yeah,
is
yeah,
king,
yeah.
They love that in South Africa as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Isn't it big over there?
We met one of the Nando's guys,
So
and
the guy
I
that-
almost got him a black card, bro. It was like
oh,
this close.
fuck.
So the
And
guy,
then he
that,
just talked too much.
so the two guys that owned Nando's, there was Fernando. So they went with Nando's because you're not gonna open up a Portuguese thing, and the second guy's name was like fucking.
Baby, we're in the middle of a quiz.
Craig.
Yeah, exactly. Like so they
He's
they
avoiding
couldn't
because
very
he
well
doesn't
go
know
with
the
it.
answer.
He's
for
got
me.
a lot of fun facts.
Yeah,
He does actually.
Fun facts
he's
with
got
Emo.
so
I
many
like
fun
it. A lot of
facts.
animal stuff.
I love otters.
Why do you love otters? No, we
They're
need to
just
know.
cute, man. They fall asleep holding hands. Like they
Aw.
make great jackets. Like it's.
This is why. This is why. He goes from something so sweet to something so unnecessary.
I wish you came in wearing an otter
Jacket.
jacket.
It's like, actually, check out these otter shoes. It's just the heads of otters.
Has he boycotts McDonald's?
Right?
Now, honestly, like, tell me there's anything more adorable than a fucking otter. Like,
They're pretty cute.
they're cute as
Chickens,
fuck,
bro.
man. Chickens?
Chickens.
Chickens are adorable.
Yeah, you know they're
Chickens are weirdos,
Dude,
dude.
they're weird. They like eat
They're
fucking
weird. They're like
worms and
T-Rexes,
shit.
Do you know
Yeah,
what adorable
bro.
They're like
means?
T-Rex.
Yeah, they got those fucking adorable like fucking claws.
Chickens
and
are like,
shit.
chickens are like
They
dinosaurs.
got that
Like,
beak.
they just,
Yeah, bro. Cute little beak.
Penguins are pretty adorable. Penguin.
Yeah,
they're still
cute.
weirdos, though.
You're a weirdo.
They got a fucking little suit on them and shit.
They're show off.
dressed
So
up.
what
They're
job
show
you going to, cunt?
You know
Like,
what I mean? They're
They
dressed up.
they think they're better than us.
yeah,
like
bro.
them.
Smug fucks.
Smug. Fuck.
All right. Does Emo have a go-to karaoke song?
Oh no, you have to pick one, okay? No more. Oh, they don't like this. He's doing karaoke.
Okay.
What's his song?
Guns to his head. You have to do it,
Yeah.
Emo.
Yeah.
He's.
What's he singing?
What's the one that they play at the fucking comics lounge? Comedy lounge.
Well,
His intro song?
Am I supposed to?
Okay, hold on. Let me sing a song in my head. No, that's not helping.
Okay.
Oh, are you doing the song?
Anyone else would have got it.
Wait.
Oh. I know this song.
Dun, 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 dun,
So that is not the correct. Sweet Caroline.
Frenchy got 1
They
point.
make us sing it at the comedy lounge.
Frenchy, you're part of the
you
couple
MC?
now.
That sounds like something Kyle Legacy would close the show with.
Yeah,
bro.
they make us.
Yeah, it
So whenever
does.
we MC, like they make us close the show off with it.
That's fun.
funny.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
would her karaoke song be, do you think?
Scrub.
Scrubs by TLC?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
fuck.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is a good song.
Yeah, I would do
Hanging
that
out
one.
with
Scrub
best
is a I'm the scrub.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't get no love from me.
Yeah.
Hanging
Eating
at
that
the passing-
zebra meat. Yeah. We know
Try
it.
to holler at me.
I'm the scrub.
You're the scrub?
I am the
Yeah.
scrub.
I'm straight passenger in any scenario.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Straight
I'll take that.
passenger.
I'll take that passenger seat any day, man.
Yeah, but then he'll sit in the passenger seat and then complain about my driving the whole fucking
We'll
time.
drive better,
Bro.
that sounds
oh
like-
my God, Frenchy.
She's a
What?
terrible driver. bro.
I'm
Yeah.
not a terrible driver. I've driven all over this
You know,
world.
you know, she's never had.
Okay,
She's never
and
had.
I've
She's never had to
survived.
change her brake pads.
Oh.
I don't know why. I
so-
want to get on your side, but I don't know what that means.
Yeah, this
So that
fuck
means that
this
she's
guy.
not using the motherfucking brakes, bro. Like
Ah, I see.
she's never had to change her
Oh.
brake pads.
But that means she's driving well.
you
and she's
can see
not
he's
braking
getting angry.
much.
Did you see he's getting worked up? His hands
Oh,
start to
yeah.
twitch. Did you see that?
Because
I don't give a
once we
fuck
drive
that.
across the
Hands
country,
switching.
I mean,
Zoom
like
in.
in America, Pittsburgh, there was one time there was a fog, right? There was a fog, so you could only see as far as you can see.
Yep.
So if you are driving, like
He would never
Like-
survive that game thing. See, look at how scared he is all the
So
time.
she-
He's
But
scared
how-
of chicken.
how does
he's
she
scared
brake?
of fog. He's scared
How
of
does she
she
snakes.
brake?
doesn't though.
She just goes
Well, she
full
just
Because I
steam.
have a
changes
heavy
lanes.
foot.
She
It's
kinda
because I
just-
drive fast.
she kinda
Okay,
just
I
lets
got
it-
one stunt driving charge, and then now this fucking guy.
Stunt driving.
Lost
Yeah, it's 165 on 100. Yeah.
Straight into a rhino. Bonk.
You know what I mean?
Fuck
You
yeah.
know,
Actually,
you know
I
what's
was just
crazy?
running away from
So
him.
I let her take naps when I'm driving. But
That's
it's
me.
it's not
Such a
reciprocated.
good man.
It's not reciprocated though, because I can't sleep while she's
Oh,
driving.
you can't.
So I'd rather drive
all
and
right.
stay
Can we
awake.
go back to the quiz? All right, enough.
She can take like 4 hours. She can take 4 hours sleeps while I drive, and then when it's time to do it on
Okay,
the other
I
foot,
do most of
I
the
am
driving, first
I'm
of
staying
all.
awake, and I refuse to let her fucking drive, dude.
I'm a great driver.
She's a terrible driver.
I'm so good at driving that I can text, smoke, and do my makeup at the same time as I drive.
Multitask.
See,
Let's go.
see,
That's pretty
how
good.
I am. That's
While
how good
going
I am.
160.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
I think that was pretty much all the quiz.
Yeah.
You asked me more than you asked him.
Yeah.
You guys.
He asked us to.
Oh, so you want? Yeah. But the last ones aren't very.
I want him to fail.
Okay. Anyone else?
Okay. What's her guilty pleasure?
Oh.
Candy.
Him. Oh.
There you go. Easy. Chupa Chups.
Yeah, I
Chupa
love
Chups
candy. I love
We're
candy.
both suckers for candy.
Yeah.
Like,
We're like children. We eat candy and
Do you bring it into the bedroom?
yes.
oh yeah.
And then fall asleep without brushing our
Dude,
teeth,
when-
and then I get so many cavities, and he's fine.
Whenever
Hell
we,
yeah.
whenever we
It's
do
so
the
annoying.
whenever we do the store, there's a convenience store. It's got like fucking. So we just
Some of those ones have good like American candy.
My mouth
and
is
shit.
salivating right
Yeah.
now. Like as we talk about candy, I can't even talk
Always
about
got
candy.
some snacks.
yeah,
you
we got them
got?
on deck. We got watermelon.
Oh
the
shit, you
candy?
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
What a
mint,
watermelon?
man. Those are good.
You grab your own.
Thank you.
You're home. You guys gonna do like the little fucking.
Kiss in the middle.
You know what I
It's
mean?
funny how they make candy like fruit.
Yeah,
what I mean?
how racist
So you
is
think
this
it's
for
like-
having the watermelon one, right? I've set my people back fucking 20 years back.
This is what I do. I just have it in my purse. So if he misbehaves, I'm like, baby.
You want some watermelon?
So you did watermelon lollies and you made your nickname Chicken Man, which is a great
Yeah.
what a podcast.
We've set my people back for sure.
So you guys are on tour at the moment.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I went to Newcastle.
We have,
Oh,
listeners,
we
we
see
have
those
listeners
gymnasts.
everywhere, okay?
We have what?
So if you want to see them, they're going to be in Newcastle.
We're gonna be in Newcastle.
On
Come
the
see us.
5th.
Are you
On
doing a joint show?
Yeah, we're doing a show together.
What's called Ride or Die,
Yeah, called Ride or Die. We're
Sick.
basically
which
gonna
is
go
also
like,
our podcast too.
yeah.
Oh,
that,
nice.
that we're starting up.
And we're just gonna
It's
get
also
on
how
stage
she
like.
drives.
Oh, she's a terrible driver, dude. And don't get me started when it comes to going shopping. Like I'll sit that one out. You know what I mean?
I don't know how we got to that, but
I don't-
no, go
no.
on, go
Right
on.
or
Now
die,
it's just
right
like
or
a-
I got some
a
venting to do,
session,
bro.
basically.
Oh,
I went
I
from
got some
doing a
venting to do.
podcast.
Right. If you want to talk about being annoyed while women shop, you're on the right podcast.
Oh
Don't worry
my
about that.
God. First of all, I don't shop for clothes. I hate shopping. It's shopping for groceries, which I
Oh,
love to do.
I hate
I'm not-
grocery shopping.
Well, there
man.
you
The
go.
produce section.
I would have to sit in the car.
I hate
I'll
But she
spend
won't
an
let me
hour
go.
in a produce section just
I'd
smelling
rather sit in the
vegetables
car like a
and shit.
dog in the 80s,
Dude.
bro. Put the windows up, I don't
Yeah.
care.
And she'll come back with the most boringest story. Oh, I got these tomatoes for fucking 2 for 1. That's,
Invited into this
No,
podcast.
I agree.
no one cares about your fucking deals, man. Like, just fucking grab the fucking tomatoes.
Give
Don't
him a
love a
watermelon.
good
Give him
deal.
another watermelon. He's getting.
So, anyways, we're doing a show in Newcastle.
The
If I
5th.
don't kill him
The
before
5th
then,
of May.
on the 5th of May,
Sick.
and then we're doing Brisbane
Brisbane's
on
fun.
the 12th of
May.
May.
Hell yeah.
So the
So
Sunday and the
Brisbane at the
Sunday.
Newcastle Comedy
Comedy
Club.
Club, and then Brisbane we're doing
Guilty.
Guilt-Free Comedy, which is the Guilt-Free Comedy Cellar, and it's gonna be basically we're doing stand-up comedy. We're both stand-up, so I do my bit, he does his bit, but we obviously talk about each other a little bit more in this show because of the
Sick.
theme of it.
Yep.
And then we get back on stage together, and then we let the audience ask us questions,
That's
and then
fun.
we roast each other
That's
because
fun.
yeah.
it's cheaper than therapy. You know what I mean? And also, I feel like fun for couples who just it's kind of
It's
cathartic.
relatable.
It is.
You know what I mean?
People's
It's very
problems.
relatable. It's very relatable. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Get
Where
sick
can
of her
people-
leaving
It's
the toilet
healthy.
seat up.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's always a fucking Tim Horton cup in the toilet.
you know what I mean? I was like,
Where can people find the tickets? Where do they go?
They
What's
can
your
find the tickets
social
on
handles?
our socials in
Yeah.
both of our
Yeah,
bios.
in the
You'll be able
bios,
to
yeah.
find them. So my social is Aliya Kanani. My name Aliya Kanani.
And mine is Emo Majok, EMO, last name Majok, MAJOK. You
Awesome.
can find me on all
Yeah.
socials like Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, website.
Okay,
It's
all
Emo
right,
Majok.
relax. They get it. Okay.
Get yourself some social presence, Aliya.
Australia's Got Talent. You'll find him on Triple J Raw.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're
Uber.
actually getting. So the thing is that we've been trying to figure out how to make this work and do it the way that we enjoy it. And what we've been doing for a while now is we'll meet up in different places. We've done it here in Australia. We've done it in Hawaii. We've done it in different places where we meet up and then we're doing gigs, but then we rent a camper van and just fuck off into the
That's
wild
dope.
for a
That's
couple
mad.
days,
That's
turn off our phones and just chill.
Yeah,
We have
sick.
such a good time. We park in the middle of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Not in these actual
Take some
legit places.
mushrooms and just-
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Just it's so fun, right? And then we were like, well, there's got to be a way that we can just do this and then also just make it like a business write off.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And so now we're gonna do this legit. We're literally rented a camper van. We leave Friday morning. We drive out to Newcastle.
Hell
We're
yeah.
living in the camper van. We're doing comedy out there. Then we drive from Newcastle up to Brisbane. We have a few days to
That'd be a
fuck
good
around in
drive
the
as
middle.
Yo,
well.
Newcastle, we're gonna be out in the streets as well. We've got some promo stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lemonade
lemonade
stand.
stand.
Come
So-
get some lemonade.
So
We're
add
making
us
lemonade.
on socials. You'll find out we're going to be selling our lemonade at our lemonade stand.
We'll be at different locations with our camper van and lemonade, and you can bring your own vodka.
Just make sure you sniff the lemonade if it's been in the car. You never know what it's going to be. And you guys also have a podcast, you said?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
start up a podcast. With the tour.
Yep.
Where we're just gonna be like talking shit and like sharing some of the like fun little moments that we get to have on the road. We like talking to strangers, both of us, a lot. So it will probably
Sick.
just be like talking to random folks and
That's
just
fun.
having a laugh and
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
telling
Beautiful. Well,
secrets.
thank you for coming
Thanks
on. We
so much.
appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. This is so fun.
No worries.
Finally
Sweet.
glad that we got to get it in, Frenchy.
Mate,
Hell
it's been
yeah.
too long.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
been
didn't
a while.
dog that other show, who knows? Who knows?